No one could believe their eyes when a mighty lion, the king of the Serengeti Plains, suddenly bowed its head before a frail, starving stray dog. The scene was frozen in silence. The wind swept through tall grass. A pride of lions circled around, their golden eyes gleaming. But instead of pouncing, they stood still, watching the weak dog as if waiting for something. And then, what the lions did next shocked everyone beyond words. Stay until the end of this story, because the secret behind this moment will touch your heart. The witness that day was Walter Harris, a 8-year-old retired wildlife biologist from England. Walter had devoted much of his life to studying wild animals in East Africa. After losing his wife, he returned to the Serengeti of Tanzania, land ruled by lions, searching for peace of mind. Gentle and frail, with a thin frame and kind eyes, Walter still carried deep love for every living creature. One morning near the Mara River, Walter noticed unusual signs: antelopes bolting in panic, birds bursting into the sky. He walked closer and froze. On the dry grassland, a starving stray dog, its fur ragged and patchy, trembled as it faced down an entire lion pride. By nature, it should have been dead already. But instead of attacking, the lions simply stared at it. Walter lifted his binoculars, hands shaking. A volunteer beside him muttered, "Don't get involved. Lions never spare stray dogs. If we go closer, we can't save anyone." Walter hesitated. He knew the lions could turn at any second. The dog stood no chance. And yet, in its hollow eyes, he saw something unusual. A plea, a call for help that seemed to go beyond its own life. Why were the lions holding back? When the morning light shifted, Walter noticed a long scar around the dog's neck, the mark of a steel snare once used by poachers. And suddenly, memory struck. Years ago, he had witnessed a stray dog gnawing apart a trap to free a lion cub from certain death. Could this be the same dog? Walter's heart tightened. Perhaps the lions recognized their old rescuer. Without another thought, Walter stepped forward, despite warnings from the others. Hands raised, he moved slowly across the grass, stopping just a short distance from the pride. The lions did not growl. They parted ever so slightly, making way. The stray dog limped forward, eyes weary but shining with faint hope. Walter bent down, stretched out his trembling hand, and the dog collapsed into his arms. The volunteers stood frozen. Someone whispered, "A lion bowing to a dog? This is impossible." Cameras clicked, capturing the moment as the mighty beasts lowered their heads while the frail dog was carried away. Their eyes were not those of hunters, but of gratitude. Just as Walter was about to leave, the lions did not disperse. Instead, a lioness led him toward a patch of bushes. There, a lion cub lay ensnared in a poacher's wire trap. Blood trickled from its leg, eyes wide in fear. Walter's breath caught. He understood. The pride was entrusting him, asking him to save their young, just as the stray dog once had. With the help of the volunteers, Walter freed the cub from the cruel wire. The little lion staggered back into its mother's embrace. The entire pride lifted their heads, and then, one by one, lowered them again to the old man and the frail dog. It was nature's way of giving thanks, gratitude that crossed species, spoken without words. That evening, Walter sat beneath a towering baobab tree. The weak stray dog leaned against his leg, while the pride melted back into the golden grass. Tears slid down his weathered face. He realized, sometimes the smallest creature can awaken compassion in the mightiest of kings. And in the Serengeti that day, not only was a dog saved, but humanity was reminded that gratitude knows no boundaries. But if you think this was the most miraculous story, then you haven't heard about 3 lions surrounded a stray dog, pinned by a fallen branch, and what happened next left everyone in shock. Don't miss the video right next to this one and discover why the whole world wept for a little dog.